See children, question number 9. In a parallelogram ABCD, 2 points P and Q are taken on diagonal BD. Okay, the 2 points are lie on the diagonal BD such that PD, this distance PD equal to, they are given that PD equal to BQ. These two distances are equal. Then they ask you to prove that triangle APD is congruent to triangle CQB. Triangle APD, this triangle is congruent to triangle CQB. This triangle and this triangle must be congruent. Okay. For proving this congruency, first you see triangle APD and triangle CQB. Consider these two triangles. What about AD? AD equal to BC because it is opposite sides of a parallelogram. AD and BC are opposite sides of a parallelogram. So first case AD equal to BC, opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Second you see PD equal to BQ, that is given in the question diagram. Okay, these two sides are equal, they are already given. Then one angle we have to consider, angle ADP, this angle. This angle is same as what children? This angle. What is the reason? Because AD parallel to BC and AC is a transversal. So we know that the alternate angles are equal. That is why angle ADP is equal to angle CBQ, alternate angles. So two sides and one angle. Okay. Two sides and included angle of one triangle is equal to two sides and included angle of another triangle. Then we can say that these two triangles are congruent by which congruency? Yes, AS congruency. Okay. So first part of the question over. What is the second part? They ask you to prove that AP is equal to CQ. AP is equal to CQ. See that APD and CQB are two congruent triangles. So AP and CQ are CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles, no children. So we can, from the result first, we can conclude that the second result as AP is equal to CQ, CPCT, because these two triangles are congruent. So second part over. Then see the third question. So each question is interrelated here. Okay. So very easy questions only. That is why I have written and explained each one separately. Okay. The third question you see triangle AQB. AQB, this triangle. Triangle AQB and triangle CPD. AQB, this triangle. Second we are considering. And CPD, this. Second pair we are considering these two triangles. So look at these two triangles. How we can prove that these two triangles are congruent? That only we are going to see. So AB equal to CD because ABCD is a parallelogram. So opposite sides are equal and parallel. So the first AB equal to CD, first part over, opposite sides of the parallelogram are equal. Next you see, these are the two triangles. So in the first AP equal to CQ we already got it. And in the question data they are given that BQ equal to PD. Isn't it? Question also they are given BQ equal to PD. So first side, this side and this side we got it equal. Next we got BQ, this side BQ and another opposite side, this one as DP. Then angle ABQ, this angle, corresponding angle only, no children, because these two sides are parallel sides and this is acting as a transversal. So these two are alternate angles. So two sides and included angle of one triangle is equal to two sides and included angle of another triangle. So by SAS rule, the same, first one proved SAS rule, the same rule only we are applying here. Here we got these two triangles are congruent by SAS rule. Okay. Then fourth question. Fourth question is what? AQ equal to CP. So these two triangles are congruent, means automatically the other parts of the triangles must be equal. So only AQ equal to CP. Fourth question. Because these two triangles are congruent, so we can write AQ equal to CP by CP. And the last is APCQ is a parallelogram. APCQ is a parallelogram means what? In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Okay. Or in a quadrilateral, one pair of opposite sides are equal. We can say that equal and parallel. Then we can say that it is a parallelogram. So here APCQ is a parallelogram. Here second result we got it AP equal to CQ. And the fourth result we got it AQ is equal to CP. So these two opposite sides are equal, means we can say that AP equal to CQ, AQ equal to CP. So APCQ is a parallelogram. Next question number 11. Question number 8 and 10 homework children. Question number 11 now. In triangle ABC and DEF. In triangle ABC and DEF. AB equal to DE. AB equal to DE and AB parallel to DE. AB parallel to DE. BC equal to EF and BC parallel to EF. So they are given that in these two triangles they are given AB parallel to DE and AB equal to DE. So what we can say that AB parallel to DE and AB equal to DE, we can say that by theorem 8.8, if one pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and equal, then we can say that it is a parallelogram. Okay. So AB parallel to, so this AB and DE are equal and AD parallel to BE. So you can say that AB ED is a parallelogram. Okay. So in quadrilateral AB ED, AB is parallel to DE and AB equal to DE, therefore ABED is a parallelogram by theorem 8.8. The statement of the theorem is that if a pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. So this and all very easy, only if you know the concept, comparison alone is there. Okay. Second one, what they ask you to prove? What is the second part? Quadrilateral BEFC is a parallelogram. So BEFC is a parallelogram means they are given in the question data BC equal to EF and BC parallel to EF. In the question itself they are given. So BC equal to EF, BC parallel to EF, the same theorem we are applying here. So we can write BEFC is a parallelogram. So second part of the question over. See the third part, AD parallel to CF and AD equal to CF. So AD parallel to CF and AD equal to CF, they ask you to prove. For proving this result, ABED is a parallelogram, isn't it? And second case BEFC is a parallelogram. ABED, this is the first parallelogram. Same manner, the second parallelogram is BEFC. This is a parallelogram. So if these two are parallelogram, means opposite sides are equal and parallel, isn't it children? So from this comparison we can say that BE equal to CF and BE parallel to CF. From these two comparison we can say that AD parallel to CF and AD equal to CF. Because a line which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. That is the reason. Okay. And the fourth result. What is the fourth one we have to prove? Quadrilateral ACFD is a parallelogram. Quadrilateral ACFD is a parallelogram means what? AD parallel to CF. Here we got it. AD parallel to CF. This result only we are applying. So each one is interlinked. Okay. After getting the first one, second one, the application of first one is there. So interlinked each other. Okay. So in examination, instead of this first one and the last one is given, means in between this, for proving getting this result, what are the necessary steps we proved above, that also you prove, then only we will get this result. Okay. So each one is interlinked. In quadrilateral ACFD, AD, here in the third result we have AD parallel to CF and AD equal to CF. Okay. So we can say that ACFD, this part, ACFD is a parallelogram. AC parallel to DF and AC equal to DF. So we can say that ACFD is a parallelogram. What is the fifth one? Fifth one, they ask you to prove AC equal to DF. AC equal to DF means ACFD is a parallelogram. So automatically AC equal to what? DF. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Okay. Then last result. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. For that first case AB equal to DE, we proved AB ED is a parallelogram. So AB equal to DE. Next one, BC EF is a parallelogram. So BC equal to EF, we got it. And here we got AC. ACFD is a parallelogram. So AC equal to DF we got. All clubbing these three, we will get three sides of one triangle is equal to three sides of another triangle. Then we can say that by SSS congruency, we can say that this SSS rule, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay, understood clearly? So one sum, if you know to prove what are the result, we are applying the same concept, quadrilateral property alone we are applying and reaching the result. Okay.